Hello, my love. It is good to visit with you. I hope that you are well. I hope that you are rested. I hope that you have had some liquid. I hope that your body feels alive. Good morning to you. I'm thinking about you as always, and I hope that you do something today that gets your blood pumping and makes you feel invigorated. So, thinking about you, I love you. I was thinking also about being an agent of change, and this was in my lifetime. I felt this idea that we should be agents of change, that you should go out and change the world, and that you should affect change, and you should try to change the world and have that sort of impact. And I found, as I went through my life, and the more that I thought about this, that I don't know that I necessarily agree that that is what we should be trying to do. But more importantly, we are doing it whether we want to or not. And by this I mean the world is changing regardless. The world will always be changing. Change is the only constant. And we as humans affect everything we do. Arguably, even non-humans and non-human things affect anything that it does, or its mere existence affects other things. And so change is constantly happening whether we want it or not, and whether we intend it or not. So the idea that we must try and effectuate it is sort of, well, it's happening anyway. There's no need to try to do it. You are doing it. The question is, what should you be doing? Because obviously when people talking about trying to change the world are talking about a larger goal or larger paradigm. And in that regard, I found that you don't need to change the world on a grand scale, especially if you look at things in perspective and how much effect one person can have in geologic time, for example. So in a span of, let's say 500,000 years, how much effect does one person have? We feel in our lives that one person can have a grand and profound effect because we are looking at things through a very narrow lens and a very narrow time frame. But on the grand scale, yes, we are affecting things and we do affect change, but back to the idea of us being part of this fabric of existence, we are simply one part of that vast fabric. We are a part of a thread. And while we affect the whole, and what we does colors the whole, and our color affects the whole, it is only a small part of a much, much larger universe scale, paradigm, perhaps. So, this is not to say that one should not aspire to affect change in the world. I just thought or realized that one, we already are, and two, it does not have to be on a grand scale. Being a good person, doing what is right, leading by example, those things affect change too, and those things are seen and have a rippling effect on the world around you. And that just may be enough. So, food for thought. You will have to mull this over and decide for yourself. As with everything that I say, you should and will decide for yourself. But I thought I would throw it out there for you to mull over, and I will also recommend, again, the music of FKA Twigs. so ethereal, ephemeral, just moving, so different. Just the sound was different. So I highly recommend that. And A Prayer for Owen Meany by John Irving. A truly masterful work. And with that, I will bid you adieu.